Microsoft is now making it possible to earn money just by browsing the internet. And that's because they're just so desperate for people to use their Edge browser that they will now reward such usage with gift cards. Just like you can get a gift card if you follow this channel. All you have to do is show up to a store and buy one and then you'll have one. Microsoft is also placing tons of ads everywhere. For instance, if you try and download Google Chrome, they'll quickly hit you with a pop-up telling you that they're basically better and you should use them instead. And why do they care so much? Well, basically just money. If most people use Edge, some will probably stick with the default Bing search engine. And they can make all kinds of money by showing you ads and, of course, selling your data. So Microsoft at this point really just seems to be becoming that weird friend that really wants to be your friend, really hard, way too hard, and they just come off very strong, and you're just like, hey man, just leave me alone a little bit, okay, just go away. So they are now resorting to literally pay you some money right now so they can just make a lot more money from you in the long run. So here's the gift cards you can get, I guess, and you need to use Bing and stuff like that. And it's pretty smart. It's pretty sneaky little offer. So search with Edge bar for 3 days to earn an extra 3,100 points, whatever that gets you. It's a pretty sneaky little idea, right? Because people will sort of be like, oh yeah, I do want a free gift card, and they'll just give you a gift card, and then you'll just be stuck with their browser and with Bing, and you'll be like, you know what, it wasn't that bad, maybe I'll stay on it, maybe they do some sort of a similar promotion in the future, and I'll just get even more money. So they might just get a lot more people using Bing purely because of this, but they are also, of course, capping it so you can't really make this your full-time job. And now, why do they care so much about people using Edge? Well, number one, search engine partnerships. For instance, when you install Edge, you get Bing, which is also their search engine by default, and having a very popular search engine is just very lucrative. First of all, you're serving up ads. For instance, somebody searches for Toyota Corolla on Bing or Google or whatever, and you just serve them an ad of oh, hey, there's this great Toyota dealership in your region, in your area, where you can buy Toyota Corollas from. Oh, that's so great. And they get some money from the dealer that posted the ad, for example. Not to mention, it also gives you a lot of power if you have a very powerful search engine, because if we take a very extreme example, for example, let's say there's two presidential candidates, right? And the company really wants one of them to win, maybe their sort of laws and stuff like that they're going to implement is going to be better for them. They might just show you very positive results for one person and very negative results for the other one, even though as far as the actual information on the internet goes, it might be pretty much 50-50, but they might just skew it because, that's just what they want to do, and they now have the power to do that because they have a very popular search engine. Then, of course, they can offer you some sort of features and payment plans, a premium feature, stuff like that, Edge for Business, I believe, is a thing. And of course, Microsoft 365, which these days are just trying to literally shove that down your throat. No matter where you are at, you need Microsoft 365 and you need to pay for the subscription. It's very important. Do it. And of course, the good old selling of your data. Now, Microsoft obviously says that they don't do this, but the thing is, every single company says that they don't really do it. They say they collect some data and stuff like that, but obviously, they're not going to tell you they collect a whole bunch of data and they sell it because, well, technically it'd be illegal. Now, people probably wouldn't even care, to be honest, because nobody these days actually cares about privacy. It's a very niche thing, unfortunately, but there might be a lawyer somewhere. I mean, there definitely is a lawyer somewhere that might see what they've said and be like, you know what? That goes against regulations. Let me just make a lawsuit real quick and make some money. So they say they don't sell your data and stuff like that, but this comment down here actually perfectly summarizes what's happening. So people are waking up to Windows and its spyware. Yes, yeah, that's a pretty accurate description. There's been videos about how the new Windows 11, even Windows 10, how many different servers it actually connects to when you first started versus something like Windows XP back in the day. Nothing's private anymore these days, and it's not just Windows, it's Android, it's iOS, it's everything. And the thing is, Some are a little bit better than others, and obviously if you go with an open source version like Linux, well, then you actually have a few hundred or a few thousand people that actually care about privacy that are going to go through the code and see exactly what is happening. But yeah, this is just the state of things, and it's pretty funny that Microsoft is now resorting to literally paying you money to please use their browser.